Hello, everybody. Mark's Rain here. Starting off poorly with that network, you know. Of course, the modem restart doesn't ever do anything for us. It's outside of the house, and I bet you in 2 months we'll be completely through it and won't have anything again until the next year, because that seems to be the cycle. There's something that's around the springtime that causes this, and I don't know if it's weather related or if it has something to do with, like, for whatever reason, at this time of year, there's someone on the network in my area that's like hogging all of the bandwidth, or what. Who knows what's going on. I will say there are a couple large locations, and I'm gonna say an institution in the area that legitimately could be using a lot of bandwidth, so like maybe that's part of it. I don't know. We're looking green at this very moment. Let me tab over real quick so I can just hit the reset button so I can watch if we start dropping more frames. Yeah. I tried the YouTube stream again today. I was like, you know what, let's go for it. And of course, no, that's not happening. So the YouTube stream's down. I'll get a video over there when I can. It's looking okay to you now? I mean, yeah, it's looking okay now. So let's hope it keeps up with that. LP, welcome in. Bomber, James, hello, everybody. I know that we didn't, like, listen to an album at the beginning, but hold on. Picked this up on Record Store Days. It's called Warp Riders from the band The Sword. I guess that's probably backwards for you, but this is originally from, like, 2010. This is their 15th anniversary repress, and it's heavy metal, but it's like with a sci-fi theme to it, and I really enjoy it. So much so that I'm like, let me listen to their other stuff. I listened to their first album, and I liked it quite a lot as well, but not as much as this one. And then I listened to bits and pieces from other ones, and honestly, this is my favorite so far. So I don't know if I found necessarily a new band, but really liking it. I also picked up this one, which is Kuraga Records. This is Sampler, so it's got a whole bunch of different music on it. Again, it's backwards for you, I'm sorry, but it's got like Green Hill Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog, but it's lo-fi themed. Got Sticker Brush Symphony from Donkey Kong Country 2. Got the Stables theme from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom because they reused it. Stuff like that. It's got Kirby on here. Deltarune, Skyrim, Gothic 3, Metroid, Kingdom Hearts, Undertale, Last of Us, Baldur's Gate 3. So it's got a bunch of stuff on here. We will almost certainly listen to this one. I would imagine this one is not going to have copyright claims against it. And then my absolute favorite thing that was obtained over the past weekend on Record Store Day was Black Knight, Sword of Rage. Oh. This one is the soundtrack to a pinball machine. So the Black Knight pinball machine, they basically made a new version of it, and when they made a new version of it, they wanted new music, and so they were like, hey, who best to do cool music for our pinball machine than Scott Ian of Anthrax? And then he's like, you know, who would be amazing to help create a new soundtrack would be Brendan Small from things like Metalocalypse, or he also did Home Movies on Adult Swim, if you ever watched that. Brendan Small's probably my favorite musician. So this one is great. This one may skirt by copyright stuff too. If I can find out for sure if I can play it, I will play it on stream, because it's super cool. It's super cool. Okay, I see that we have dropped a tiny bit of frames since I hit that refresh button, but it's not many, just tiny. So I think we're probably good for now. So let's go ahead and jump into it. If I can remember all the buttons I need to press to do so. Here we are. Let's see. last time we played, we had hit the end of the game, I think. However, it's like, oh, a storm is coming. It's time to go. But you can be like, no. Hold up, I need to do more things. And so we did, and now we're up to 30 fates solved. There are 60 people on the boat. It means we're halfway there. There is, by the way, a chapter that we are completely missing. That chapter can only be filled in when we complete this spot, which means I don't know if there's more gameplay after we leave the boat or not. Okay. So I know it's been a little bit since we played. Anyone who's brand new seeing this, basically this ghost ship came back and we're able to go up to bodies and use the special pocket watch to view the moment of their death, right? So we can see what happened, we can piece it all together, figure out who is who on the ship manifest and how they died, and if they died by another person, who they died by. That's the goal. We have a book, and inside the book, by the way, I'm gonna not remember all the buttons. Yeah. Inside the book, we have all the chapters. The bargain is the one that we do not have access to. You'll see. This one will remain unknown until you leave the ship and return the book to me. H.E. By the way, hold on. If he says return the book to me, H.E., that means he's still alive right now. So why don't we mark him as alive? Right? So H.E. is Henry Evans, the surgeon. We're gonna say he's alive. Hold on. I think we know where he is too. Back up a second, because he says here, complete each chapter accurately, return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. He's in Morocco! Wonder if he knows the mole. Alive in Morocco. Morocco. You don't see why that would mean he's alive given all that's been going on. Well, he's the one who sent this to us, by the way. Hold on, let me go back real quick, because it has been a while since we read the preface. So I trust that you now find yourself aboard the Obra Dinn. Expected this day to come, and my every intention was to tell the ship's strange tale within the pages of this book. Regrettably, failing health has allowed me to produce only the basic outline that follows. Failing health. He could be dead. He could be. Your presence on the Obra Dinn is critical. I leave the discovery of its fate and the completion of this book in your hands. The next few pages will seem bewildering at first. All will make sense in time. So, return the book. Return to him, and we know specifically to him because he said to me for chapter The Bargain. The French Office of Affairs in Morocco. But Morocco wasn't in the list of alive locations. That's kind of weird, right? I feel like it's kind of weird. The bargain chapter will remain unknown to you. I possess the details within, but have elected to keep them private for now. Pop back over real quick again. He's alive. You know, this is going to be one of those things where I guess I don't fully know where Morocco is. He must have wanted some kusus. Like, does Morocco fit within, like, Africa or the Middle East? Is that what we're supposed to do here? Not in the West Indies, right? Northern Africa? That's what I thought. Let me just say Africa then. Okay, he's alive in Africa. That's a little bit of a guess. We'll remember that's kind of a guess. There's something else that I really feel like we need to do. And this was the night after our second stream of this. I'm just laying in bed thinking about the game. Just thinking about the game over and over. And I keep thinking, you know, every time we get 3 things correct, it tells us 3 more are correct and who they are. So they're like checked off. Every check over here is a correct guess. Well, not guess, but correct deduction. Anything that we have listed isn't correct, right? So, like, right here, we have spiked, we have speared enemy, we have alive in Africa. If those three were completely correct right now, it would tick off. But it didn't. So there's something wrong there. And one of the things I was thinking about, if you recall, there are giant spider crab creatures that are being ridden like mounts by merfolk of some kind. And I believe this person is probably one of them. Was speared by a foreign enemy. This is absolutely one of them. You know what I do, or you know what I've said? I said that the entity riding the spider crab was a foreign entity. Foreign enemy, because, like, they seem to be, you know, like an intelligent being, if you will. So we said foreign enemy, but maybe foreign enemy makes not the correct one here. Maybe it's beast, because they are technically a monster, if you will, right? Maybe? So, was speared by a terrible beast. What if I go through and I change all of the foreign enemies to terrible beasts? Will we start getting some things correct? It is definitely foreign to us, right? And it is definitely an enemy, so a foreign enemy makes total sense. Like, I still feel like I like that one a lot. Strangled by foreign enemy. This one, I mean, I remember as well. Beast, so let's... That's it. They're not foreign enemies at all. They're beasts, even though they seem better than that. Oh, and Henry is alive in Africa, so we're good on that one. So it is legitimately the three we just changed. Oh, wait, whoa, whoa, that dude that fell overboard. So the other one that we listed as speared by foreign enemy is probably correct. So, if that's true, no, if that's true, then it would have checked off one person ago. So there's something wrong with that one. We know, like, deducing what we know of how the game works. Let's see. Who was it? Who was it? Speared by beast. This guy. Marcus Gibbs. The carpenter's mate. What if we have the carpenter and the carpenter's mate wrong, right? What if we have them swapped on accident? That's a possibility. It's a possibility. Granted, I can't change this right here, right now, so maybe... Maybe we have to change it elsewhere in the book if we really wanted to swap them around. And by the way, anyone who doesn't have a thing yet, like we haven't discovered, we still have to select a photo. Let's keep going and find the other ones that are foreign enemies at the moment. Because I'm pretty sure we have a couple, like this guy here. Maybe that's it? Could be it. Okay, so for the carpenter and the carpenter's mate, here's how I came up with who they were. I said that the carpenter was the one doing the work, and when something happened outside of the office, it was the carpenter's mate who went to check. So in the one scene, we saw the one dude sawing, and we saw the other dude opening the door looking out to see what's going on. I could easily have swapped them around, right? We didn't really know who was who. So I think I might want to swap them. The real question is, how am I going to do that? Spiked by beast and speared by beast. So they're going to be easy to change there. We just need to be able to figure out how to change. And I wonder... Oh, I can probably select them from here. If I can find them. If I can find them. Let's see. Where, oh where? Carpenter B. Alright, so this dude right here is who I said was the Carpenter's mate, so let's swap him. Not Marcus Gibbs. We think you are Winston Smith. And then, we still think that he was speared by a terrible beast, right? That doesn't change. But then the other dude... Oh, you know, I feel like we've just done something here. I could have probably come here and clicked on... Gonna click there to see what his photo looked like, and now I don't know what his photo looks like. We're gonna have to find him again. We're gonna have to find him again. And I don't know if we're gonna be able to find him from here. Although we're gonna have someone who's gonna be unknown who was spiked by a beast. Oh, by the way, this guy, we don't know who he is. Beast. He's definitely speared. Alright. We'll see you when you're back. You've been up here. This dude was spiked by a terrible beast. This doesn't feel right. I don't think it's that dude. We'll have to find a memory. I think I know about where the memory would be as well. Part of me really makes me think, though, that the other Carpenter dude should be near here, but speared beast? It's not him. Okay. All right. So we have a whole lot of different things. Oh, it's this dude. This dude. Yes! Okay, so we had the Carpenters screwed up. Alright. Carpenter. And then that first dude that we swapped as well. Nice. I mean, this is a pretty successful, first 15 minutes of playing, but it's gonna be harder going forward. Let's go right back here real quick. There are a few people in here that we still have selected for things, right? Or not? No. You know what? Every single person that we have put a name to and their cause of death is all correct now. There are a lot of people that we put their cause of death to, but we don't have a name for them yet. That's where we need to come up with some other things. So we have less than half the crew left. Less than half the crew. I don't know who we start with. That's maybe part of the problem. I don't know who we start with. Martin Hero. We could just move down. We know who he is. We know his memories. Let's bookmark his memories. And then, let me remove all bookmarks just to make sure we only have his. And then let's go ahead and see where his last moment would be. This is part 1. Part 7 is probably part 7 then. I mean, most people probably died during the Doom. He ends here. Which... Wait. Part 8? I thought it said it was part 7. Part 8. if I come down here, he is listed. Let's try and find him. Alright, she, Abigail, in her room. So let's go back in there. Review. This is him, right? I think that's him. It is. If this is the last thing he's in, I mean, I don't think we have any cause of death, right? He doesn't look like he's dead here. He's falling for sure, right? She's dead. She got cracked in the face by a large wooden beam. She's dead. But this dude, if this is the last memory that he's in, he goes missing. Pop this back open. Right? So, disappearances. We have a bunch of disappearances, right? But he's not listed as one of them. There is still the bargain, which means he may have disappeared in the next chapter. After the doom is the bargain. And then after the bargain is the escape. And if I come through the escape, we still do not have him. Right? So likely dies in the scene that we can't see. What is this circled? In the lazarette. So there's going to be a part in the lazarette. So, now I'm wondering, right? Are there certain people that we cannot figure out what happened to them until later? Meaning, are we not technically at the end of the game, right? We have a little bit more left in it. Could be. But we're gonna be done with him for now because I don't know how to go forward on him. Feels like I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Okay, he feels like he's sort of a nebulous dude to look for right now. So let's go down. The cook. Let's see if we can find the cook. Right? By the way, we don't know who the cook even is. Look, so I can't even select this guy because we already know who that is. You would think that the cook might be someone who has an apron on. I'm not sure if that dude does. Likely, and find where the cook should be, and then pour through some memories looking to see if we find someone there. Right? The cook. This is, a lounge area, but this isn't an eating space, I don't think, or a cooking space. Okay, so this here could be an oven used for cooking, right? There are also spots on the walls, but there's all the plates and everything as well. This would be where you'd prepare everything. Okay. So our cook should be found at some point around here, right? So let's pop open any other memory. Any memory. We want to see who's here. This dude here doesn't necessarily tell me that he's cooking something. He looks like he might just be grabbing something to eat. But he could be the cook. Nope, we know who this dude is. And we're completely correct. So he's definitely not the cook. Yeah, those were some gross sounds, yes. Okay, I think we're gonna want to pop back to an earlier memory. That was the Doom Part 2. We could pop back to the Doom Part 1. Right? Location of corpse is up top on the port side. We'll just go back 1. Although I kind of have a feeling we might want to go back quite a bit. Alright, is it this dude? No. It's this dude. Yes. I even go downstairs. No. Okay, so we can't go back. We can't go downstairs. So back off. Back off. Let's find something much earlier. Like the bitter cold. Come to the tragic illness. Okay, so this is the Orlop deck, which is 2 down, right? Yeah, 1, 2 down, straight at the bottom of the stairs. Okay. This is a good one, because I feel like in this scene, we see a lot of people just kind of like hanging around doing stuff. The real question is, I don't know if I can go upstairs. Cannot. By the way, this here still has my favorite thing that we haven't been able to find yet. This guy right here, number 37, has this large tattoo on his right arm of a woman. Or a person in a dress. We have not been able to figure out who that is. Quite unfortunate. We do look for Bo's arms when we have the ability to. Okay, so I don't love this one. We can't see the kitchen area. You know, we don't view... There's another guy who's, like, in here. We don't view his enough. I'm honestly not sure which dude it is. Bitter Cold Part 2. Could be... Oh, it's that dude! It's that dude. Can I leave this room?
Same as the other fellow.
Aha! We can. I cannot go upstairs, however.
If so, we don't have it. They must have picked it up in the last house. I checked all that just now.
I think we're set on those dudes.
What are his chances?
I gave him some low. We'll see.
Do we know who you are? No. Don't know who you are. Do we know who you are? No. So this dude's a 2 difficulty, and the other dude was 3, so we might be able to discover this guy. Kind of curious to see if there's a reason why they let us come back here, you know? Maybe something, may not be. Okay. Can I open this door? Not. So if we want to look in there, the only way to do it is through that little window. Let's look again real quick. I didn't see anything though. See, I don't see anything. There was a moment in a different scene where we do see a guy in there through the window. All right, so we know who all of these guys are. That's the captain, that's the doctor, who's still alive. And we know who that guy is, we know how he died. This just takes us back to part 1. Meh. Meh.
boys meet here.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Say it.
Like I said, right, we are certainly in the hard part of the game. All of the easy deductions are basically gone. Unless it's an easy one that we've just glanced over, if you will, right? What did you miss? I don't know how long you were gone. We did deduce about 6 more, but we're definitely in the hard part now. One of the things that I'd like to find out is the chef, right? And so the chef's area is back here. So I'm trying to understand, where could we even view that room? Because we want to see, is there like a person back here cooking that we can find and, you know, say for sure, hey, that is the cook. And it's not looking easy. Dean, are we in? We're in the Doom Part 5. Yeah, I really don't want to be in the Doom. I can't go past them? Okay, yeah. So, turns out, the mer people are considered, in the book, beasts, not foreign enemies. So foreign enemy is wrong. So we swapped all of them, and that did unlock a few things for us. Okay. Let's go back to loose cargo, right? So loose cargo has 2 scenes, and they are legitimately like a second or 2 after each other. And unfortunately, we're at the bottom of the ship, so we won't be able to see the kitchen. Bitter cold, we've already said we couldn't see the kitchen. However, this one here, I don't think we could see the kitchen either. Have like almost all of these people. In this scene, we have everyone but 2 guys. The Murder, Part 1. Oh. This one takes place quite low on the ship as well, like the bottom. This one takes place on the deck. What is this one? Let's go back and re-remember what this one is, because I don't remember. Where do we find this dude? Which deck is this? The gun deck, which we're on, I think, right now? Yeah, we're on the gun deck. Oh, this is the dude that we see out the window. By the way, I didn't realize this either. We need to look at these maps more. Look, it clearly says, look, this is the first mate's room. This is the third mate's room. The stewards go here. The bosun, the bosun's mate, the 4th mate, 2nd mate. Had we realized this was here, we may have been able to deduce those people easier if we had seen them in or around their rooms, but that's okay. So let's go back to the first mate's room. Not this one, it's this one. Right, and there's a leg. The Murder Part 3.
On your toes.
I want to listen to it.
Go back!
Here.
Captain!
Slack the lifts and lower the boats! The whole crew will be on us!
Give it up!
Okay. Right. So... this dude is the second mate. The second mate kidnapped Bun Lan Lim, and they went out on the water, and then that's when the Mer people attacked, right? They also stole the treasure that they must have brought along with them. Who is this guy? You know what? We don't know who this guy is. Who is this guy? We do know who that guy is. Alexei, right? So this dude, that's the dude with the pipe. It's also one of the Russians, right? So they were stealing these boats and kidnapping people at this moment. But I don't know who this guy is. Oh! Oh! Look at his arm! Look at the tattoo! I know who this guy is. He's number 37. He's Timothy Boutmont, Scotland. That's correct. That's correct. We finally found the tattoo guy. Okay, so one of the things that we tried to do at one point is we tried to look for every person in the photo who had their sleeves rolled up. Look at his photo. His sleeve is up to his wrist. So, unfortunately, that was not the way to do it. This dude is number 37. Pretty sure. And we know that he was shot with a gun. Oh, and he wasn't shot by an unknown attacker, right? We now know he was shot by the second mate, Edward Nichols. Okay, that is correct. We know that is correct. We've just correctly deduced all of it. Okay, perfect. However, we are still on a mission to find the cook, but we're not going to find him in this scene, I don't think. That being said, we should really look around a little bit more to make sure we know who everyone else is on this, in the scene. It'd be really cool if we saw a guy in a memory and we zoomed in on him, if it gave like a symbol somewhere here to be like, check, you've already gotten this one. That way we don't have to like fully open stuff up. This guy did not die here, torn apart by a terrible beast, right? So he dies later. This dude. Oh, knifed by It Bang. Right. He's one of the dudes who was kidnapping. I think they had 3 boats in total, right? I don't know who that guy is. Of course, we know who he is and we know how he died. We got all that correct. And what about this last dude here? We got him too. He's the other Russian. Which one of these boats has the box? There's the box right there. So that's the treasure. Basically, right, everything that went wrong on this voyage is because of this box and the treasure that's in it. Almost certainly. Who could we say this is, by the way? Helmsman. The helmsman we should find at the wheel, right? At some point. Look, there's even like unknown people, and I don't love that. This doesn't make sense to me why there's unknown people. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many people. So, like, we're almost certainly going to have to start using, like, oh, this guy looks like he's wearing Indian attire, right? So that's probably one of these guys. This guy, if we hear him talk, sounds like he's Welsh. You know what I mean? That might be how we have to deduce some of them, which is not going to be easy. We hear an Irish guy, maybe. We really don't know, like... Guys. Interesting. Hold on. Oh, no. Brennan's not here. I was actually going to say, were all of these guys here in cahoots with the second mate? There's no. This dude was, and this dude was, right? Because we were just looking at him. I don't know about this guy, though. All right, I think we have all we're going to find out here. I think we have it all. We're definitely not seeing the, Oh, hold on, wait, so, hold on. If this dude was here, does that maybe mean he was the helmsman? Right? I mean, this is where you'd be steering the ship. He was here at the helm, doing his, minding his own business when this whole thing happened, right? And, someone stabbed him. I mean, like... I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, oh, and not only that, but look in the photo. What is his hand on? His hand is on the wheel. This is our helmsman. All right. I want to say we have 2 correct answers right now. If we deduce one more, I think we'll be good. What do you think? But now I feel like I've gotten everything I'm going to get out of this scene. So let's leave. And again, we're looking for the cook. We're not going to be able to see the cook there. I mean, the cook could be up on the deck. If we saw the cook, would we know what he looked like just by looking at him? Unless he's wearing a chef hat. I feel like no. However, why don't we go take a look? Why don't we go take a look?
Hok Seng Lao, you have been found guilty by self-confession of the murder of Nuncio Pasquale.
Who looks like they cook things?
As captain of this ship, and by the...
We know who that guy is, right? We don't know who that guy is.
Authority of the East India...
We do know that he's the butcher. The cook hanging out with the butcher legitimately could make some sense here, right?
Firing line. Mr. Wolf.
All right, hold on. I want to take a guess. We know how he died. If he is actually the cook, and we're correct on the last 2, solve all fates in Chapter 3. Yep, the cook. The guy with the tattoo. And then Finley Dalton torn apart. Thanks, Bomber. The card's filling in. We're making good progress. Okay. So, we still don't know how the third mate died, and I don't know that we're going to figure it out. So, let's leave that one alone for a moment. So, I just got thinking about, we know that the surgeon, Henry Evans, gets off the boat and lives, right? We know this. There were a couple other people who got off the boat as well with him. But we don't know what happened to those people. We assume that if he lived, everyone else on that boat with him lived as well. Emily Jackson and Miss Jane Bird, right? Let's say for a moment that they're alive, and they're also in Morocco, because they all went to the same place together. I have a feeling it's not going to be correct, but I think it's a good guess at the moment. At the moment, right? We don't know how long they... Right? How long was it since they got off the boat and, let's say, got to land, got to safety, and then this moment now of us receiving the box and stuff? Has it been a couple weeks? Has it been a month? Has it been years? I'm not sure. And we might actually be able to figure that out. I think there was some information about how long the boat was missing for. But, right, that tells you something. If they have been safe for 2 weeks, they might still be in Africa. They might still all be together. If it's been 2 years, well, clearly they're probably going home, if they can. Which could also just mean that they're alive in England because they went home. But let's leave that there for now. There was another person, by the way, who was on that boat. And I don't know who it is. Let's see if we can figure that out.
Right, sir. Ready, men. Aim.
Estro! What's up? Alright, I want to view the escape. The escape, right? This is where 4 people disappeared. Oh.
Astrokitty Cat just resubscribed for 20 months. Guess who just experienced the second biggest earthquake of their life?
Oh. Oh, did you? Second biggest earthquake. How was it? Did anything break? I assume if it was that big, was it stuff falling off of walls and shelves and whatnot? Maybe worse? But wait, we know who this guy is. We know that he's Davy Jones, the 4th mate steward. Didn't mean an unknown fate. He's alive in Africa. Yes! Okay, so we figured out where Henry was, and all of the people who were with Henry are still with him in Africa. Oh, I love it. Feels great when our conclusions are validated. Can you imagine how much harder this game would be, though, if it didn't every 3 correct deductions tell you? Because we'd be like, yeah, no, this sounds about right. This is about the right thing. But we had the people wrong, right? Like the carpenters, right? We had them swapped. And we wouldn't know. There's no way that we would know without the verification that the game is giving us. Okay. Hey, there are more check marks on this page than there aren't check marks now. What is a purser, by the way? Can anyone tell me what a purser is in the context of British sailing vessel? In my mind, a purser is someone who steals your purse. A pickpocket. But that's clearly not right. Duncan Mackay of Scotland, the purser. I don't even know how to start with this guy, just because I don't know what a purser is. But he's one of the last people, by the way, who has an actual title on the boat. The rest of the people, their title, well, I mean, yeah, of like people that we don't have checked off yet, we're gonna have top men, which is so many. Seamen, which, that word is not the one that I said. Right, there's so many of these people that don't have a specific job role, necessarily, that it's going to be hard for us to just... Google says it's basically a treasurer. Okay. Duncan McKay, the treasurer. Makes sense. Still like a coin purse, right? He's still part of it. Astro. So the first biggest quake you ever felt was Easter earthquake in 2010. And it was like a 7.2, like 200 miles away. This one was a 5.2, about 21 miles away. Oh, so hold on. The bigger one from further away versus the smaller one from a closer distance. Did the smaller one being closer actually feel more severe, more extreme? Because, like, if you're directly on top of something, it's gonna be worse than far away from it, right? Something relativity, something. All right, a purser, someone who's a treasurer, someone who's keeping track of our cargo, right? Well, the cargo is at the bottom. The cargo is stored down here, right? And it's dropped in from above. Well, I don't see where it would be dropped in from here. Maybe. No. I mean, this guy died like right here, right? He did. Does this open somehow? Quite unsure. All right, let's view it. This is the very, very first thing that happened on this journey. We know who this guy is. This is Sam Peters, and we know who he was because his brother said, "You killed my brother," right? So we know who that is. Is this guy our purser? I don't know. Maybe. I think we know who that is too, right? Yeah, we do. Not you. And legitimately, no one in the scene has to be the purser. This is just our current guess, right? Okay, so for this one, the shake was slightly more intense, but it only lasted like 10 seconds. You were in a building fully on solid ground. The big one, the shake lasted probably like 2 minutes, and you were in a house on stilts on the edge of a hill. Ah, yeah. So, yeah, there's a difference in what has happened there. Yeah. Talking about those stilt houses again. The people who are like way up there, they're too far for us to zoom in on. I mean, except for this guy, but I guess we know who that is. I mean, our purser could be way up there. So, like, this guy, I mean, he feels... Both of them. They feel to me more like they are the guys who have to unpack this, right? They have to carry the heavy stuff around. So I don't think he's the purser. Legitimately, I feel like the purser would probably have a clipboard or something, right? Do we know who you are? We do. Do we know who you are? We do. Know who you are. Again, we do. Right? It feels like the purser, if they are the treasurer, they would be keeping records, so they should have a pen book or something, and none of these guys do. Standing around, and then your phones and work devices started blaring sounds. You're like, what is that? Apparently we're in an earthquake? Oh, wait. Oh, and then there it is. You know, that's really cool, right? So the sensor whatever the sensor is had to be an automated sensor that then automatically sent out the emergency signal, because how else would you have gotten that first and then felt the shake? If that was manual at any step of that process, it would have reached you after the earthquake happened. And you know, now you have me wondering, right? So you said it was 20 miles away? 21 miles away, yeah. So how long does it take for the movement to make it that far, right? Kind of an interesting thing, right? Like we know how fast sound moves or how fast light moves. How fast does the Earth move in an earthquake scenario? It's really more how fast is the shockwave moving through the Earth. Kind of a neat thing to think about. All right, none of these guys are our purser. You know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at the map again. See if somebody's got like a room. So passenger cargo, bosun's stores, captain's cargo. Hold on. I want to look. So this here, this is where whatever the cursed relic was, it was in here, right? We know that. But the other room is captain's cargo. What's in captain's cargo? I legitimately don't know if we've really been in here too much. Is the captain's cargo just all alcohol? Is that what we're looking at? Okay. Seismic waves travel at an average speed of about 5 miles per second. Right, it can vary, but kind of a cool number. Right, so it's gonna take 4 seconds, roughly, to get to you. But in the span of it happening, the sensor picking it up, it going through its decision tree of, is this meeting the threshold of alert and all of that? It is, blah, blah, blah. Send the message out, right? That message is being sent to like a Verizon and an AT&T and whatever, all of those different servers. And then those servers on a messaging queue are then saying, oh, all of our subscribers to our network need this. And then it just shoots them all out to everyone in the right area. Oh, and it has to determine the right area for people in that zone to send it to. It's really cool to think about all the stuff that has to happen in order for you to get that alert before that 4 seconds elapses. And you probably got it, right? Like 2 seconds before it happened. So did all of that whole process take place in under 2 seconds? It's cool, right? I don't know what I'm looking for. Cargo room. So we know about the body in there. I don't care about the body in there anymore. It's in this one. Right, the one crab. That's it. Okay, so I think I'm good down here. Let's pop back up here. Take a peek. The purser's office. Aha! We have found the purser's, and I think I can figure out who the purser is. I'm pretty sure during the one scene where the mer people attacked, I think we saw through the window and saw the purser. So let's go see if we can find that scene again. I want to look inside the purser's office first. Because I'm pretty sure there was a dude like right here-ish that we saw the one time. Let's start this one? Maybe this one. Here. This dude. You are the purser. By the way, do we have 2 others that we think are correct before this? No, right? Because we had just solved the 3 people who had lived. But I feel like we're pretty sure of this one. Duncan McKay, the purser. Oh, you're kind of wondering about that, because your work devices aren't on a cell network, but they are connected to Wi-Fi. Probably bypasses the cell carriers and sends directly to cell towers, and then pings all devices within range. They're not on a cell network, but they're connected to Wi-Fi. Which, I mean, I don't know what kind of a device it is, but then I would almost think that it's probably a different path entirely. It probably doesn't go to the cell towers at all. It's probably something else, but I don't know what, without knowing what the device is, you know, exactly, I wouldn't know what that looked like. And even if I did know, I probably wouldn't know what that path would look like anyways. Either way, that is certainly the path that your cell phone got. Right? Probably. Okay. Who's next? Who is next? Man, the ship's steward. The ship's steward from India. Dungi Sathi. So, we've already found like all of the mates' stewards. Who is the ship's steward? Let's go ahead and see if we can find someone in the photos that, I mean, we're gonna profile a little bit, who looks like they might be Indian, but also would be the ship's steward. And I really want to focus on the people around our captain and whatnot. I don't know that this is the ship steward. I don't think I want to say that. I just wanted to click it to look at the photo bigger, you know? Like, nobody else down here is even really selectable. We've gotten a lot of them, right? I will say he does look like he could be Indian, right? So, I mean, that's a check in favor. Find his memories. All right. Let me, again, I don't know if when you bookmark someone else, if it just does them. They perished in Soldiers of the Sea Part 7. Go there. Wait a second. This is the dude that we just saw. This is funny. Hold on. Hold on. This is the dude that we just saw back here. Right? Is that him? It is. I mean, it's the guy we think it is. He was shot. By that dude. Alright, so we need to find someone with fairly baggy-looking white pants and who's bald. Right? So we will. This is part 7, let's go back to part 6. In part 6, that person should be just outside, basically. Okay, it's our unfortunate dude who got spiked to the wall. I think he's the butcher. Oh, but you know what though? This one might be too far.
I've got you.
Down. Because like I want to be over there, but we can't see over there. Not you. I mean, let's just check everyone who's over here anyways, right? It's none of these guys. So we need to go back again. There's two things we can do, right? We can go backwards or we can go forwards in time. And I feel like I want to go backwards in time because we're going to move that way on the ship. We're going to move left on the map, right? Stuck. Okay, so this is one back, this dude here. However, if we go back to part 4... Part 4 is here. Where the dude got shot was from around here, right? Right there is the hole in which he got shot through. So he got shot by somebody over here.
Where are you?
Hey, hold on. Is this dude wearing a kilt? Oh. Honestly, so there's a couple people from China on the ship as well. He might be one of them. The way his shirt is kind of really what's telling me that. But he looks like he's wearing a kilt, but I don't think that's the case. I think those are shorts or something similar, right? Alright, so the hole where our dude got shot. It's where? The dude got shot through here, so he hasn't been shot yet, which makes sense. Could be this guy. Honestly, I think it's this guy. But we don't know. Oh, we do. That's the bosun's mate, Charles Minor. I think he was shot by Charles Minor. Where? There. Okay. I think he's the right guy. He's definitely getting a gun. He definitely has the kind of baggy pants and he's got the bald head, right? That's what we're looking for. And of course he's not dead. It's helpful sometimes. Where do you think this guy's from? Right? He's got kind of a Middle Eastern look to him, doesn't he? We have a guy from Persia. I'm gonna select it. I feel like that is a good guess. "45 fate solved." Now, did I guess on some of these? Yes. But were they wild out there guesses? No. Every guess we've made has been a educated guess, right? We're not entirely sure. This guy looks like he's potentially from Persia. Let's select him. That was correct, right? Looking for the ship's steward. It was an educated guess of, hey, he's probably going to be near, in the photo, the captains. He's probably going to be near the other stewards that were in the area. We found the guy that we hadn't solved yet. He looked like he could be of the right ethnicity. Bam. Right? A little bit of a guess. We couldn't tell for sure that this was this guy. No one said his name. We never got that in conversation. But we did get there. Okay. By the way, this is the last quart of water, and it's probably about there for my gallon today. For anyone who's interested in or invested, right? 75 hard is the challenge that I've been running, and running is part of my challenge. It's going well. Today's day 14. You know, I feel actually quite good. I feel like I've got so much more energy now. Doing like multiple walks a day, or a walk and running, or something like that. Haven't really started the lifting again just yet. But soon. I don't know when soon. I don't know why. I'm slightly putting it off. But I do have a race scheduled in the middle of May, a 5K, that I'm really trying to, like, amp up for. So it's partially why I'm still focusing on the cardio. I still have to read today. I have not read my 10 pages yet. So that'll be right after the stream. I'm just jumping into a random memory at the moment.
What's going on?
Stay back! It's already going to Nick.
Hey! Come on, boss! No, get there! Hey! Cat! Ah!
Alright, let's see. Soldiers of the Sea. Who? Oh, no one is unaccounted for in Soldiers of the Sea. The Doom has a lot, though. Yes, Spooter time again. I mean... sort of. I'm about to leave it, though, because I don't think there's anything else I can deduce right now. You know, we don't know who this guy is yet. Alright, who does he hang around? Right? He hangs around Renfred Rajub. We don't know this guy, and he hangs around Solomon Said. These two both died to illness. This guy did not, even though around them. And I guess we don't know who this guy is either. I need to see the full list. Let's pop open the full crew list. The two guys who died by illness. Renfred, Solomon. Do we think that those other two guys who are there are potentially Abraham and William? I mean, it makes sense that they would be near each other. They're from the same general area, and they have similar roles on the ship, so they're going to be hanging out together, right? I'm going to go out on a limb and guess it at the moment. But by the way, I don't know how to select who is who necessarily at the moment. That's just a bit of a guess. I mean, it's clearly a guess. This one is loose. It's still educated guess. It's still a bit of a loosely educated guess at the moment. I will also say, I don't know if I feel like guy looks quite Indian. He might be. He might be. We definitely know how he died, though. We know how he died. He had a cannon accident. This dude. Who the heck is this dude? He's the only dude who's like fully covered in tattoos, right? And we know how he died. He gets legitimately torn in half. I I mean, is there going to be someone in here that, like, yep, this dude is definitely from New Guinea because of his tattoos. You know what I mean? Is that something that we should know? I don't know, right? That feels crazy, but we legitimately haven't found, in my mind, anything that really relates to him. Can we find maybe where he hangs out that isn't part of, like, the Doom or Soldiers of the Sea? Man, he doesn't really show up in many places. He does show up in... He shows up in the Bitter Cold. The Bitter Cold Part 1. And this is specifically the guy with the tattoos who gets torn apart, right? So that's who we are currently looking for. What we know, right, is we know that we don't see him anywhere. Let's revisit this dude here in a minute. This guy's important for a moment. What we know is if he is here, he's currently in one of these beds, right? He's like 58 or 56 or 55. Who are 58, 56, and 55? Patrick O'Hagan? Henry, it's not him. Hamadou Diom? Speaking about boats, you applied for a job on a barge a few days ago. Yeah? Doing what? And is this like an additional job, or are you looking to like get out of your current role, your current position? And you don't have to say if you don't want to, of course. Right, well, look, we also have number 57 here too, which is Alexander Booth from England. Would we figure him out by his shoes? I certainly don't want that to be the case, you know? But if we have to, I mean, maybe. This dude has no pants on, but he's sleeping, so... Trying to figure out if he's actually wearing shorts. I can't tell. He's not one of them. There's a bunch of people over here too, right? We've got 59. Got 38. Hold on. 59 and 38. So 38. Pang Li from China. I don't feel like he's Chinese. 58? Is that what I said? 38. Oh, and 59. We also have George Shirley. 39, 40, 41. Yeah, China and China. Okay, again, I don't feel like that dude's Chinese. You're just looking for a new job. You have no experience, so you'd put other, mainly looking to be a henchman of sorts. Okay, but when you use the word henchman, you realize I immediately go to, you want to be a no-name for a supervillain? Can I go behind here? No. There's a dude over here even, number 36. I mean, some of these, right? Some of these we have check marks on. We know we don't have to worry about some of them. We have to worry about others. This one's 42. We have him down as well. I don't know that this helps us any. I mean, I guess it does limit us down to it's one of these numbers for that dude. We'll know that for sure. 53. Is there anyone even in 53? Probably not. Now, this guy's interesting, right? Because this is the guy that we had just recently said, oh, he might be William, because he's one of the dudes hanging around the other guys. However, he doesn't have a number. There is text there, but I can't read that. I can't read that at all. Moving the camera doesn't seem to help either. It's illegible. Illegible. But he doesn't have a number. And I don't understand why. So we have 54. It would make sense that he could be 55. 51. We have a 51. And then we have a 53. So he could be a 52. William Wassam. Where was he? 53. Wait, 53. 53! Hold on. Now then, this could just mean it's not assigned. This might not be his bed. He might just be sitting there. That could be his bed. Right? I don't think there's anyone in that bed. Because the cot should be, like, slumped down like this if there was someone in it. As we see with all of the other cots. So he could be number 53. What is this thing? Oh, it's just tying stuff down. Oh, those are tables. I'm feeling pretty good about this guy being 53. And this other guy, yeah. I mean, he could also be 53, if we're honest, right? But, I don't know. A hench is the old-time word for muscle bro, basically. You're looking for to be labor. You know, I don't know that I've ever heard hench just on its own, but when you say similar to wench in origin but for a man, it makes so much sense. A barge, though. How are you on boats? Uh-huh. Now, to be fair, this dude is in this bed. And it is not dead. But we see nothing in this one that looks like there could be a person there, right? It looks pretty empty. Okay. You've got your C legs. You thought about upgrading to B legs. Well, good for you. Alright, so 39, 40, 41. 38 through 41, and we have 59. I don't know why 59 is over here. 59 is over here, but we have 38, 41. Okay, so all four of our Chinese crew members are right here. We can use this to our advantage a little bit, right? If I pop this back open and I go to bitter cold, right? This is the scene we're in. This one right now. We can come here and we can say which guys are our four Chinese officers, right? We can potentially find them. Potentially. I believe it's this dude, this dude, this dude, that dude. However, that doesn't help us a whole lot, does it? Oh, maybe this guy even. I don't know. $59. $59. I don't know. It's gonna be so difficult. I legitimately feel like this guy, his tattoos are supposed to tell us something, and I just don't know it. That's what I'm feeling. That's unfortunate. I really don't know if there's much more we can get out of this scene at the moment. We can say we have 56, 55, 56, 57, 58. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Over here. Goes 1. No, it's not in the same order at all. Which is fine. We could mark down the numbers of each bed with a person sleeping in it. And then we could say that that dude with the tattoos has to be one of this set, right? And we know that how many people are here? There are 22 people here, though. But we have a lot of them already marked off, right? So we don't have to worry about all of them. We just have to deduce, right, who the remaining set are. Wish I had a pen and paper. So we have 51, 53, we have 54. 51, we have 53, and we have 54, I said. And then we're gonna basically say, okay, we have a face for this one, cross it off. We have a face for that one, cross it off. 56, 55, 56, 7, 58. 55 through 58. Perfect. Then we have 59. I'm gonna mark it down because then we're jumping to a completely different number set. 38 through 41. I don't care about these guys. We know he's not one of these dudes. Who all of those dudes are. I don't think there's anyone sleeping up there. We know who this dude is, so I'm not even going to write their number down because we're going to have to cross them off. Can't tell if I think there's a person in there. There is a blanket covering them. That could be feet. So 42. Okay, hold on. These people better not count, right? Because we can't, like, view anything about them. 36. Hold on, let's count some people. I would love to do just a count right now, because there's supposed to be 22 people in the scene. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23? These people might count. If they count, that's just stupid. Also, we counted to 23 when 22. Or I counted the dead guy. Maybe I don't think the dead guy ever counts. So I guess there are a few more beds over there that we don't have any details on. I really hate that they're counting some people in here that we can't see. So like this dude, we could go through and say he has to be one of these 5 numbers because those are the ones without faces. Can't do that because we don't know who these guys are. We can make a reasonable guess to say 36. This is probably like 35 and 34. But really no good way to know that. $36. Gone. 38. 38 through 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So 38 through 42. But he's not one of them, and he's not 42 because we have that one as well. Boom. What about 51? No. 52, 53, 54. None to all of those. 55 through 59. The 56, no, but the rest of them, yes. Tattoo guy may be one of these. Right? I don't know. I don't know. Seems reasonable. I'm legitimately wondering, like, are tattoos like that indicative of Sierra Leone? Are they indicative of Ireland? I don't know. See, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. But I am going to do something. That something is I'm going to swap these two around. I can't? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong guys. Yeah, that didn't seem to matter. Oh, I should have swapped them around and then, like, changed something else up. I shouldn't be doing this. I'm kind of like brute forcing it at the moment, and I don't like that idea. I don't think this is Patrick O'Hagan. I really don't know. I really don't know. And who knows? He could be Alexander Booth or George Shirley, for all we know. I do feel like I think I want to swap these guys back to how I had them. Legitimately don't know why I feel that way, but that. And then you, can I come here and then just uncheck? No. I really, really don't want his name to be here. Really don't want his name to be here. So, how do I remove it? he first shows up here in the bitter cold. Wait a second. I'm super confused. Why is it showing... Do we have 2 people bookmarked? I think that's it. I thought we had the tattoo. It looks like we have this dude bookmarked. Or maybe we only have that dude bookmarked. I don't know. What I do know is I want to get out of the scene. I'm done in this scene. We've been in this scene so many times now. There's so many people and so many numbers and like actual names that we could apply, but we're just really not getting anywhere with it. Okay, everybody, think about where we need to look next, who we need to try to deduce next, while I take a very quick bathroom break. Be right back. Over to this, and I do that. back, and this music is cool. Deep Rock Galactic, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Everyone have an idea of where we should look next? I might need ideas. May need the ideas. We have lots and lots of people that are very hard to deduce now. You know, I'm feeling like the fact that we have another chapter that isn't seen makes me wonder, will we have more deductions to do? Like our fourth mate disappears between the doom and the escape. Meaning, I think something happens to him in that chapter we can't see. But my fear is we leave the boat, and as soon as we leave the boat, right, we leave right here. As soon as we leave the boat, we're done. The things that happen in that chapter might just be told to us. I don't know. You're on that Xenoblade grind. Man, I am dying to play more of that. Because, again, I haven't played since the last time I streamed it. But, yeah, you know, like, man, that whole last week was just, like, a big, stressful week for work for me. It was just, when I was done, I just didn't want to talk to anybody. I was done. Anyway, we'll be getting back to Xenoblade soon. If we don't complete this game tonight, which is seeming like we won't, I might still stream Xenoblade next, and then we'll come back to this afterwards. Like, soon afterwards. Don't know who to look for next, because we have some people who are recognizable, right? But we're not able to really deduce who they are. Like this guy. I do not think this is Patrick O'Hagan. But I don't know. This guy, right? We have no idea who this guy is. These are all... Hey, these are all top men except him? Hold on a second. This is terrible. Because now we're back to like this. Again, are those tattoos evidence of someone from New Guinea? I don't know, but I feel like putting all the top men near each other makes the most sense, right? Complete guess, but educated based on who they're around, right? We've done that here with these seamen as well. The cook and the butcher. Let's see. Who else up here doesn't have a name to their face? Wait, the captain's steward. What? Whoa, hold on. Hold on. Remove all bookmark. What happens to this guy? He's only in 3 memories. So, he's in the calling. Oh. He's in the calling. He's in Unholy Captives. In Unholy Captives. But he doesn't die? Hold on, let's go here. Let's go here. This is the calling part 6. I'll be back. Does he disappear? Oh, wait a second. This is just another guy who just, like, is gone? Calling part 6. We have to go to, right up here on the left. This one? No. This one. It's one of these ones. Who dies? Nichols. Okay.
Ahoy!
Ah, he's up top. That's gotta be him.
Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield!
Hold your fire!
Yeah, we're pretty sure what's happened with everybody else down here. Oh, who's this guy in the window? Who be you? Fourth mate. Wait, that's the fourth mate. Sorry, I meant the third mate earlier when I mentioned the fourth mate. How many people are listed here? 3 others present? Well, we've got 2 dead people. And this guy, so 3 dead people. And then it says 3 others are present, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Perfect. So... fourth mate. Jotan is the shooter. Yeah, and then this guy, who we say is the captain's steward, is up top. And guess what? We don't know what happens to him. This is the last memory he's in. He doesn't show up again. Doesn't show up again. Well then. So this guy, we have no clue what's happened to him. And I don't know if we can figure out what's happened to him. Again, without seeing... without seeing that chapter that we're missing. What's his name? Philip Dahl or something? Are you? The captain's steward, Philip Dahl. If we're correct, which we could be wrong. Aha, here he is. Sweden. We don't know what's happened to him. This is his first memory? Oh, it's... oh, okay, hold on. Unholy Captives is next. Okay, so that's not his last memory. Let's come back to Unholy Captives. Does he go missing here? Nobody goes missing here. Yes, Unholy Captives 4. I would like to see this one. Oh, on the bottom. Okay, I know where that is. Go look for that guy.
Keep pressure here.
In fact, this is how we discovered who he was. Yeah, this is exactly it. So, what madness is this? 20 years my steward and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself, right? Those ungodly beasts carry a curse. Throw them back or doom us all. Tie him up and put him in the lazaret. With those things, he may yet find his senses. So this dude gets tied up.
Never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself. Those ungodly beasts.
He gets tied up and put in the lazaret, which I don't know what the lazaret actually means. I don't know what kind of a room that is, but we're also saying that Dahl killed this guy. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Also, the lazaret is this front area. Weird. Like the bit of body we found was over here, but we're all the way on the other side of the ship. Let's walk into the lazarette and see what it is. I feel like that's good for us.
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things.
So the lazarette, we can't get in there. Hold on, wait, we've never been in this room. Hold on. By the way, that is a spike. There's another spike there. So they put him in the lazarette with those things, the creatures, the beasts, right? Get a different angle into this room. I mean, we cannot see in there at all. And I cannot open this door. The fact that we know he was in there and we see spikes tells me that he was killed by spikes. And then I want to come back to this guy. Unholy Captives Part 4. We'll come back to that in a moment. Captain Steward. Oh, wait, why can't I select? Hold on. Like... Why do I have different options here? I'm not allowed to select what killed him. Is that oh, that's because we didn't find his death. Huh. Yeah, basically sentencing him to death. I mean, like, yeah, right? But I'm deducing that he was spiked by Beast, but I can't write that down, which is unfortunate. So he's unknown. Hold on, can I select unknown? Is that like a thing? Don't want to change this option. He was definitely, he was clubbed by the captain. Don't let us forget that. He was clubbed by the captain. I can select unknown. Is unknown legitimately, like, a valid option to say here? Oh. Interesting. Boy, I would love to be able to look in there, because, like, even one of them's open. It feels like I should be able. Yeah, I want to come back to this guy. Let's just pop back into the memory entirely. So this guy, right? We don't know who he is.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down.
Nothing said here tells us anything. Someone does say in a different language, Era Darar. This feels to me like a Google moment. I'm gonna Google that and see like what language pops up. All right, Era Darar. Results for Era Darar translation from Swedish. Hey, actually, no, wait, that makes total sense, right? Because, this dude, Philip Dahl, is Swedish, right? I'm not mistaken on that. Sweden. Okay. I'm almost certain that that dude is Philip Dahl, but who is the dude who died?
What madness is this? 20 years my stewards have never
I feel like we have a lot of these other people now. The bosun's mate.
doubted your sanity.
We have the first mate, and those are all known.
Those are
Surgeon. Surgeon's mate.
back, your doom.
We have the bosun.
Tie him up.
Yeah.
Put him in the lazaret.
I think everybody in this thing. So the holy captives here, unholy captives part 4. Oh, it says there are 18 people. Hold on, because we can go upstairs. Oh, hold up. I don't think we ever went upstairs in the scene. I don't remember this. They're bringing the treasure back down. Legitimately, I don't remember coming up here at this part. Okay, so that's the artist. That's our gunner's mate. That's our butcher. That's our carpenter's mate. That's our carpenter. That's our... We're not sure. This guy shows up all over the place, though. Oh, you know what? I had to have come up here because we have another dead guy. I guess I don't remember it. Third mate. Don't know who you are. We do know that you are a seaman. So maybe these two are also seamen then, that kind of like go along together. That dude we think was a seaman, and that dude also we think was a seaman. So the other two might be these guys. So let's look through that group of people, right? We have John Naples, we have Unknown. Oh, maybe this Unknown. Hold on, let me do that. Maybe that's like to help us say like, oh yeah, I think it's a seaman, but I don't know who. Let me come to this guy as well. I think that's just maybe to help us. Because, you know, I do remember there's unknown steward, there's unknown officer, so we could have been selecting that the whole time, I guess. There are so many of these guys, though, that we haven't, like, yet. That, I don't feel like I can say, like, this dude is definitely one of the English guys. This dude... No, but this dude here, like, we don't know who he is either. Where is Sierra Leona? Can someone help me with that? Carpenters, right. Our third mate. Anyone else back here? No. Not that I'm seeing. West Africa? Back here? Not really. So... I mean... Is this like... Is this bad of me to say that this dude is the guy from Sierra Leona? Legitimately, I don't think we can say who this guy is. Anything about him that screams, I'm Welsh! And getting stuck on spots is hard. I'm not seeing anything about this guy's clothing or anything that says, I'm definitely this guy from location. Alright, let's pop back a memory. Bomber, your filtered thing worked. You see that over there in chat? Alright, let's artist, right? Yeah, he's the artist. He is the purser. Okay, we have all of that. This guy, again, we don't know his name, but I think we're probably close to his name. I think, legitimately, I think this guy and that other dude, we're like, this dude. I bet these two guys we are very close on. I bet we're very close on them. What, is that a body? Yes, because he gets struck by the tail. Ah, you're on mobile. All right, hold on. I gotta alt tab out real quick. We gotta do that. Okay. Uh-oh, there we go. Whew. Who's that? That's the ship steward. Who is that? The Peter Milroy who exploded. Can I go down? I can't go down though, so this is a problem, right? I'd love to be able to go down, because if we go down, then we can look at that other dude again to try to discover who he is. But I don't know that there's anything screaming out about who he is in his death scene. I would love to find out who you are. Let's see your other memories, right? So this is where you died. He was in this scene, but I didn't see him. Also in the scene before it, and he's in the scene at the top, and that's it. Those are all the scenes he's in. He's only in the Unholy Captives. Oh, that's not true. He's also in the murder because he's one of the gunners. I feel like we should go back to Unholy Captives Part 1 and see where he is. Right? We need to find out who is he with. Because if we find out who he's with, we might find out who he is. The top of the boat in the middle. And I'd love to come back to the photo. Right, the guy we're looking for is this dude. And we know that the other two guys were both seamen as well, so likely these two are as well. He's only a one difficulty, so it feels like we should be able to get him without too much trouble. I don't feel like that's going to be the case, but it does seem like that's what they're implying. All right, is it one of these? Yeah, it is.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
Okay. This dude here was one of the guys that we were suspecting might be one of the Chinese guys.
Shell?
The guy in the back.
What shell?
Still think that might be the case. Dude that we're looking for right now. Not you. Nor you. Is it you? No. Aha, it's this guy right here. So this guy. What can we find out about this guy? Don't... Hold on. Let's listen to it, but I have a feeling the guy talking, or all the people talking, is not the guy we care about. My suspicion. Listen.
Lift this out and take it below.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是什么？都回来，全部供出来，拢是恁害啦！迄个害的较对人无顾好，是让人晕死的啊！He talk about a shell, very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
Yeah, the dudes talking are captain, likely, right? This guy is our captain. Oh, he's our third mate. Our captain is here. Honestly, I think the guys talking are the captain, potentially the passenger Chotan, and then maybe this dude here? Maybe, right? Could even be both of those guys, but that's it. Those are our chatters. I see nothing about this guy that tells me where he's from. Which is just wonderful, right? I really don't want to brute force it, but we could just mark him. Who's this guy? Unknown. Yeah, unknown. What we've listed him as. I guess that's what I'm going to list him as at the moment. Because I'm sure that's what he is. The rest of these guys all accounted for. Got anything, Anya, that we can deuce? Alright. As much as I don't want to do this, let's play around with the stupid shoes idea, right? We can see all 4 of our Chinese passengers are sleeping in the one scene together, and we can see all of their feet. That's the only thing we can see about them, but we know it's them because of the numbers. So this dude is wearing long shorts. His ankles are showing, and he doesn't have tall shoes, if that makes sense, right? This other dude, on the other hand, has large pants, and he has boots. There's one more, right? No. I thought the dude who got electrocuted was out here. I don't know why I thought that. Dude who got electrocuted is this dude. He's not in this memory, right? No, he is in this memory. Where is he at? Who am missing? Missing somebody. Like, up? Not one of the dead people. Not back here. Not this dude. He is that dude! Oh my goodness. I thought that was somebody else for some reason. Alright, so we have 2 of them. This guy. Where can we find you? Calling Part 1. The Murder Part 2. In fact, the Murder Part 2 It's a wonderful spot to go to see a lot of people.
Hok Seng Lao, you have been
Right, so we're back to this guy again, wearing the low shoes and his calves showing. This guy, he's got shorts on, and he has shoes that go up his ankle a little bit.
And thus the crown of England.
If the shoes are what leads us to these guys, I'm gonna be shocked.
Mr. Wolf, when you are
This guy. I think he's one of our Chinese guys. He has longer pants, and his shoes also go up a bit. And then the other dude's not in this scene. Pretty sure we can be sure of that. I'm gonna go look at shoes right now. We're gonna go look at shoes right now. Feels like the wrong play. I've looked at these guys in shoes so many times. Alright, Chinese people are here. They're over here. So I can't see. I can see that this dude has very small looking shoes on. This guy doesn't. Honestly, this might be it. So our first guy. This isn't gonna pan out for us, is it? I think I need to be on the photos. Our first guy who gets electrocuted, I think, right now is number 38. Oh my goodness! We did it from the shoes! Yup. Hong Li. Who else did we get? Maba! Okay, he was Maba. And then Lewis Walker. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Okay, alright. This guy had shorts on, and he had shoes that go up to his ankles. This guy had long pants on, but his ankles were showing a little bit with his shoes. Right, so if I look, I mean, this dude here, I need to see where the pants end. Those look like pants right there, that looks like leg. I think. This guy, boy, this part just feels difficult now. And then the other guy, I don't think it's Chinese anymore because we're not seeing a dude over here with boots. Big dude with the boots. Now this dude here, he looks like he's got some kind of like fancy sock on, doesn't he? Stripes or something? With low shoes? Probably this dude. Let's go look for a memory with him real quick. We can find out what shoes he's wearing. Unholy Captives Part 2 he's in. Soldiers of the Sea Part 4. Bitter Cold Part 1. We're in a Bitter Cold Part 1, of course, that's where he is. And then finally he is in Soldiers of the Sea Part 1. I like this. Unholy Captives Part 2. the shoes. Okay, unholy captives. Part 2. I gotta see where we are on the boat in relation. Oh, I need to go up. I need to go up a floor. Got it. This one.
Where's the dead? We'll move the boat to stern and throw the bodies over.
What's your tin?
Hey there, what's this? Give him to me and I can fry us a solid meal, boy.
Not that guy. This is the other guy who we're like really wondering who he is.
What's it, gentlemen? It's a pretty shelly, eh? Let's have a look.
No, get back.
No, that's not this dude either. We already deduced who those guys are, I'm pretty sure. I feel like he's not on this floor. He's in this scene somehow. Can I go upstairs? Is it you? No. We've seen you before. He's got the pants on. It looks like he's got normal shoes on. Who are you? Oh, I guess we have him. I don't recognize him. Look. Look at this guy. Look at this guy with his low shoes and socks of some kind. Alright, we've just found another guy. I don't know what number he is, so we're gonna have to go back to that other memory to find out. But now we know for sure. Okay. Okay, we have you. We've got you down, Pat. Okay. Alright, so we got one more for sure. One more. Oh, show. I don't know if we know how he died, though. This guy. He's number 39. Perfect. You are Mr. Ji Zhang? Okay, we do know how he died, so that's good. I feel like we're now 1 out of 3 for our next set.
Sayed? Sayed Uto.
And then we have these guys over here, and you know what? Like, this dude here is definitely not wearing longer pants, right? He's definitely not wearing the long pants. This guy doesn't feel like he is either. So I'm kind of thrown off of which one's which. They're both like the same kind of shoes. And by the way, we are looking at this guy here and this guy here. Doesn't feel like the solution, does it? Trying to look under this stupid blanket. Nah. Is that his other foot up there? It must be. The shoes helped us a little bit, though, didn't they? 59. Six. It's 36. We already have that one? Actually, we do. $42. 2. This just feels dumb now. I mean, it helped us a little bit. It did. Yet we can't argue that we got some results out of it. Kinda hate it. We are in they're called part 1. And like legitimately this guy is down here. The dude with like big pants and big boots on. I'm not seeing big boots anywhere. Not really. This dude's down here. This dude's down here. This dude's down here. I mean, I guess we found... Have all of them correct now. That's good. These guys are wrong. I mean, they're just wrong. And you know how we know they're wrong? Is because we just got a completion. So I'm actually thinking, why don't we swap their names back around? I still think that they're part of the group of Indians. And we almost certainly have another one of the Chinese guys. So if this is correct, we'll know immediately. We've also solved all the fates in chapter 6. We're going places. We're going places. We are narrowing it down. I mean, it's getting there. It's getting there. The dude with the big boots. He's here in this scene right now. Is he this guy? I don't think so. 56 is, Henry Brennan. I mean, maybe. So we were thinking that this dude might be Chinese, right? We were thinking that, but I don't think that's correct. Well, hold on. We have 1 for sure, 2, and then we think 3, and we think 4. Let's set some names on these guys, right? We don't know sure who is who. Well, wait. One is a top man, and the other one is also top man. Okay, so they're all the same, and we have their cause of death as well. So we potentially have 2 more correct right now. We will swap them potentially if we need to. This guy, I think, right? I want to say he is an unknown seaman right now, but who is he? I don't know. I mean, could he be the guy from Sierra Leone? Might be. Let's. Yep. We just happened to get the 2 Chinese guys correct as well. I mean, that was luck. It was a 50-50 shot, right? How many do we have? I wish this screen right here had the number. Like, it does have a number, but I'm not counting those lines. Tell me. Number out of number. Hey, by the way, you know what I've noticed, but it didn't, like, ring any bells in my mind until now? See this little wedge right here? Do you think these are the ones that we cannot discern? There's like 3 names that we can't figure out who they are or how they died with the current knowledge. Do you think that's what that means? It might. It might mean that. It might mean that. All right, so if we're looking at this list, everyone that we have selected, their name to the face and a cause of death is correct. Every single one of them. However, the third mate is completely unknown, which is true. Philip Dahl is completely unknown, which is also true. And we're not even able to select a cause of death for them, right? They are just... Right, let me just check him again, right? We have no options here. We know who he is. We're, like, fairly certain of that. We just don't know where he disappears at. Probably the chapter we can't see. So we are now left with 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. Just 4. We got a guy from Wales, England, Ireland, and England. I mean, that's... They're going to be hard to see the difference between them, right? So this guy's 1. This guy's 2. We don't care about you. 3 and 4. That's it. That's it. That's it. We are so close right now. We are so close right now. Boy, though. Boys, do I have no idea, like, who this dude is or who that dude is. England, Ireland, England, and Wales. You're from Wales, sir. Oh, but he was not speared by a foreign enemy. He was speared by a beast. That's one thing for sure that we have to switch. Alexander Booth. That's this dude. I'm putting names on him because, honestly, like, we don't have a whole lot of other things to go off of. This guy's our Irish guy. Patrick O'Hagan. And so, already, we know we're wrong because we have just selected 3. Nothing's happened. And George Shirley, that is you. Alright, so we're wrong. How are we wrong? How are we wrong? Let's swap some people around. Who do we swap? That's the real question. I feel like let's leave Patrick O'Hagan. We'll swap the other people around. So let's swap Alexander and George. Okay, we're still wrong somehow. Let's leave it there. We have John Naples from Wales. So our Welshman. Honestly, I would love to see this guy again. Like, I'm looking at this picture, but I'd like to see him in a better spot. And Loose Cargo is not the spot to see him. Guess we could look at him in the murder scene, but I would like a better one. Murderer Part 3? He's there somewhere. Oh, in fact, I feel like he's standing next to... Let's go there. Let's go to Murderer Part 3. It's on this floor. Where's the exit? I need to go in room down here on the far left. Right? Oh no, I need to go up a floor. This room. I'm turned around.
On your toes.
This guy right here.
Go back quick!
You're here.
Captain!
Slack the lift!
I legitimately think this guy's Welsh.
The whole crew will be on us!
Give it up!
Is that wrong of me to think that? I think this dude's Welsh. Okay, so if we're correct and that dude's Welsh, let's keep pretending. Pretend that's the case, okay? I don't want to be there. I want to be here. Okay, so we left him alone. But okay, we left John alone and we left Patrick O'Hagan alone, which means one of them is wrong. If we were set on those two are both right, well, the other two we swapped. So these two can't be right. So let's swap Patrick O'Hagan to be somebody else. Right? And then George Shirley. Well, are you George? Solve all fates in Chapter 7. Yeah, we don't call him Shirley if he's George. All right. Good. However, the Welsh guy is wrong. You, sir, are this guy. You, sir, are this guy. Solve all fates in Chapter 4 and Chapter 5. Well done! All solvable fates, it said, right? I'm loving this game, by the way. Unfortunately, we're at the end. And look, the little wedge that we can't solve is there. There's nothing left to do on the Obra Dinn. There's nothing left to do here. We are that good that we have just deduced everything. Thank you, Bomber. Out we go. Time time to leave the boat. Now we're about to find out for real if there is more gameplay or if it's like the end. I feel like there might be more gameplay, but I don't know why I feel that way. Here we go. There probably isn't. Okay, so this guy told us we had to come back.
We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back.
Or our vision is closing in.
Finally. Sit down so you don't fall out.
By the way, there is still that weird, like, shiny spot that we could see off the boat. We never did figure out what that meant exactly. How many, like, trophies are left as well? 1 week later. The Honorable East India Company, 1807. Insurance assessment for the good ship Obra, Dinn, victim of calamitous events at sea, prepared by the Company Office of Investigation. Ship, damaged in squall, the Atlantic, sunk in storm. Oh no! After we left the boat, it sunk! Which, I mean, I guess there was no one there to, like, pilot. I don't know if that's the right word for a boat. To pilot the boat to, hopefully prevent it from sinking. 20,000 is the payout. Cargo company lost it all, 5,000. All cargo lost for the crown. Yeah, I'm glad we finished before leaving as well. Captain Robert Wittrell, suicide, gun, right? Murder of crewmate 4, estate forfeited to the crown. William Hoskett, the first mate, fate, shot by the captain. Attempted mutiny, estate fined $25? That's it? I mean, I guess $25 was probably a lot back then, especially when we know that the entire ship was only 20,000 and the Crown's cargo was 3,000. 25 was probably not insignificant. Edward Nichols, the second mate. I don't really care about the fate because we actually got the fate of those guys, right? But I do like the attempted mutiny, theft of cargo, estate fined $100. And those are really pounds, not dollars, but you know. The third mate, fate unknown. Right? Findings of merit, extraordinary valor, exceptional performance of duties, estate awarded, outstanding wages and reward of 90. John Davis, 15, fine. Alfred Klestill, fined 70. No, never mind. Exceptional merit. Estate awarded, wages of 70 pounds. Charles Minor, he did murder a crewmate, expense claim to 15. Henry Evans, the surgeon, right? Alive. Findings of demerit, abandonment of crew and vessel, estate awarded, outstanding wages. 50. He still got paid, even though he had a demerit on him. The surgeon's mate, extraordinary valor, he was decapitated, awarded 50. Legitimately, if we didn't get the fate and stuff done here, this would probably be empty. Like, these are filled in because we actually have information. Marcus Gibbs, estate unknown, outstanding wages donated to pension fund. The cook, estate awarded 40. I'm gonna skim some of these. If any of them look super interesting. Like, Olus Water attempted mutiny. State fine 50. I'll read them out. Oh, the artist. The artist is an interesting one, right? But they actually did pay out his estate there, too. Abigail Hoskett, no claim made. Interesting, but her husband died and was fined, so, yeah. Nunzio, passenger, no claim made. Emily Jackson is alive. Murder of crewmate, 1. Finding of demerit. Abandonment of crew and vessel, estate fined, 35. Miss Jane Bird, finding of demerit, estate fined, 10. So hold on a second. The doctor, I'm gonna go back. Estate awarded outstanding wages of 50. So even though he fled, he got the same demerit that Miss Jane Bird did. He got the same demerit, but she got fined and he got paid. Now, to be fair, she was a passenger and the other guy was the doctor, so he probably had a decent salary anyways. So he probably didn't get paid his full amount, I guess is what I'd have to say there. No claim for Bunlan. State unknown for It Bang. Expense claimed. I wanted to click on one of these. They don't do anything. I want to make sure. Davy James, fate alive in Africa, finding of demerit. He was the 4th mate steward. Abandonment of crew and vessel, no claim made. Why was the passenger fined, but the 2 crewmen, nothing? I'm a little confused by that. You'd think the passenger wouldn't have been fined. Because, like, as a passenger, you shouldn't even really be getting a demerit, right? It is odd. Maybe, again, 1800s, maybe it's because she was a woman. I don't know. The other one being fined makes sense because she killed a guy. I mean, she killed one of the guys who was mutinous. He still killed a guy. So maybe, I don't know. Charles Hirschtick, exceptional performance of duties. Exceptional performance of duties for Omid as well. Extraordinary valor. Exceptional performance of duties. Extraordinary valor. I mean, you know, interestingly enough, basically all of the top men, I feel like, were pretty good people. The mutiny came from the captains and from the seamen. I guess there was Li Hong, though, had theft of cargo. He was part of the mutiny, I guess. So not all of them. But most of them. We go to the next one. Exceptional performance of duties. Extraordinary valor. Wait a second. Nathan Peters, fate, fell overboard. Criminal findings, he murdered a guy, sure. But findings of demerit, abandonment of crew and vessel. He fell overboard. Why do you get a demerit? He fell overboard. I'm pretty sure we never saw anyone intentionally jump over. Oh, you know what though? Hold on. I remember now. Nathan Peters was one of the mutiny guys, right? So he did try to leave the ship with the treasure, and then he got pulled overboard by one of the merfolk. Government bureaucrats for you. I think We're good. Okay. A preliminary draft of this assessment has been approved by the Royal Trade Grantor. Total claim, £29,285. On behalf of the Honorable East India Company, I certify all statements as accurate and declare this matter closed in its entirety. Chief Inspector, I have signed it. Now, for the final chapter. The pocket watch remains in your possession. The book returns to its original owner, Henry Evans, in Morocco, as requested. And then 1 year later. Okay. Oh, playable section. I can't get up. I can't do anything.
Oh, goodness. What's like this? You know, you shouldn't be out in it then.
I can't make out any of the words being said.
And tell Martha I said hello.
Someone knocked on the door. A woman answered the door and was talking to the person.
Can you believe it? A package at this hour? Oh, the thing smells just dreadful. Better you don't open it inside.
Well, I'm gonna. It's raining
I'll
out.
be turning in now. Tea's in the kitchen if you need more.
All right, so we're in our home office here, clearly. Here we go. Click on the dreadful smelling package. Chief Inspector, I write to you with the unfortunate news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbed to his illness shortly after receiving your package. He was very pleased with your correspondence and asked that his gratitude be expressed by returning the book to you, along with the means to complete it. As for the three of us that remain, the Obra Dinn is a distant memory and a dreadful chapter in our lives that we wish to forget. Do not write back. Regards, Jane Bird. That is a harsh note. So, okay. We have something there. We have the book. Well, I'm going to click on this. What is this? Oh my goodness, that's why it smells dreadful, because it's a body part. Oh, guess what? We're gonna get to view the death of someone else. Oh, great. This tale belongs to you now. Please finish it. H.E. Henry Evans, the surgeon. Again. So, yeah, right, the part that we don't have finished is the bargain. Let me pop open, remove all bookmarks. We don't need those. Here we are. The bargain. And like it all has happened, we always start at part 5 and work our way back. Let's see what happened. Apparently I had to get up to get the pocket watch. Here we go.
There you are. Collect your things.
Where's the key?
To that door. Gone.
Damn.
There's no time. We need to go.
Right. Here you go.
What are you up to?
Nothing, Bruce.
Oh, we're in the locked room. Okay, Okay, so the lazarette. We're in the lazarette. Alright, That's the third mate? Not sure who that is at this moment. This is almost certainly the captain's... I mean, there was only 2 people that we didn't discern, and it's these 2 people, so that's the captain's steward, right? A friendly, but not entirely pleasant, monkey companion was sacrificed in the pursuit of knowledge. The monkey. I forgot all about the monkey. We've seen the monkey a small handful of times. Hold. This is the monkey. But... look, the monkey has a rope attached to it, right? Did the monkey mutate or something? Because, like, look at its arm. It's got, like, spikes coming off of it. So they threw the monkey in here to see what would happen. And then it mutated into a monster? By the way, this treasure box thing is open. Before we do anything else, right? This is Philip Dahl, and I guess we're gonna find out how he died soon. And this is, for sure, Martin Perot, the third mate. Okay, I mean, he looks like he was speared, spiked by a beast. So, he's next.
A third shell! Captain didn't toss them all! Leave it! Help me lift this! Stop! Why? Well, set you free! Give it the shell! Here? Do it!
They had...
out. To the main deck.
They had one of the merfolk.
Throw it over. Lock the door when you leave. Get the tail, boy. In return, the ship. The Obra Dinn.
This is the bargain.
See it home.
This is why the ship made it back without a crew. Somehow, right? Alright, so the mer person must have been in there, right? But we couldn't see it before. But what we do see are spikes shooting out that weren't there before. He probably stuck his hand in this thing, if I had to guess. So he didn't meet an unknown fate. He was spiked. Oh, yeah, spiked by a terrible beast. That's almost certainly what happened, right? And the other 2 present, we had Davy James, who lived. We had Paul Moss, who was killed in the end, and of course, well, the third mate. Yeah, so. And did the merfolk bring it home? Yeah, like, clearly that's what happened, right? They made a deal. We will free you, and we will give you back right? Specifically your shell. Whatever the magic shell thing is that's glowing there, we'll give it back. Thing in there?
I'll kill every last one of you monsters. Withdraw the Kraken, or I will kill you all!
That's the captain. So, there was one in there that the captain killed. Withdraw the Kraken or I'll kill you all. There was one in here that they freed. He's got the shell in his hand. Anybody outside? No. The captain does not die here. Just the beast down there. This dude's already dead. The Lazarette, a captured beast, fought against its jailer and was speared for the trouble. Yep. Yeah, and one other person present, the captain, yeah. And then finally... No? Oh. No. One more, and then the...
This is your Kraken! You brought it here! Send it back!
Okay, so part of the bargain. Alright, he killed... He comes in here. By the way, this is... The Kraken is attacking right now, destroying the ship and killing a lot of people. A lot of people died during this moment. They had these guys captured, prisoner. He came in here, he tells this one, stop the Kraken. Bang. He goes to this one. He says, I will kill you all unless you make the Kraken go away. And then he kills that one. There was one left. And they clearly called the Kraken off, right? An unholy creature's defiant shrieks were greeted with a fatal bullet. And then... See how this dude died. Finally. Yeah. And then, when the Kraken was gone and there was still a shell, they freed, not the captain, but 2 other people freed that final merfolk and made sure that it got the shell back. It's coming all together. It is.
What's this? Quicksilver.
Quicksilver is typically mercury. Mercury doesn't burn, so it's not actually mercury. God in heaven. Yeah, he stuck his hand in there, just like we saw the other dude did. And that other dude's whole hand went up in flame. He's gonna have burned to death. If we had been able to select earlier, I was gonna say spiked by beast. Would be wrong, because that's clearly not what happened. Philip Dahl. Burned to death. Obra done. Solve the entire book. Well done. All fates correct. Oh. You know, earlier on, I thought there was going to be way more than 2 that we weren't going to be able to solve until this chapter. But it was just the 2. Okay. Close the book and see what happens next. Okay, yeah, sure. The door opens so we can leave and go back to reality, or the current time, or whatever. Then... book on our shelf. Solved. Shelve it away. The end. That game was wonderful. Lucas Pope, or your dad, you did a wonderful job. This game, phenomenal. I mean, I've never played a game like it before, and piecing the different things all together, and how some things are very much like, yeah, there's a guy here, we've said a name, you're probably going to figure out who it is, easy deduction. Yeah, this guy's probably Chinese, look at his shoes, hey, we can pin him to a name now. Crazy, the difference in scale between deducing some people and other people. It's just like crazy out there. And they did a great job with it. Legitimately, the last 4 people that we were down to, I don't think we could realistically find out exactly who they were without the trial and error. I just feel like that's how it ended up. Maybe there was something I missed somewhere, right? I mean, legitimately, could have been, again, look at the pants this dude's wearing and then find him in the sleeping quarters. I don't know, but for the most part, everyone was solved without brute force. It was just those last 4 guys that were a little brute forcey, but we knew who they had to be. We just weren't sure which one was which. And, you know, the game itself had a really interesting... and having all the dialogue, there were, like, no animations, right? We never saw a person shooting or moving or anything like that. It was all freeze frame, which is neat and an interesting choice. And we heard the dialogue that happened in a black screen right before the moment. So, like, you listen to it and it builds up and then you see everything that's around you. It's such a cool and interesting idea. And you know what else is very interesting? You know, first-person shooter game comes out, and you're like, the very first one, and you're like, oh wow, that's so cool. Let me make another first-person shooter. Someone else makes one. Someone else makes one. Then you get Call of Duty, and then you get Call of Duty every year, and you get Battlefield, and you get all the games that are all the same game but slightly different. If you tried to make this game again, I don't know if you could do it as good. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would fall flat after this one. This one is like a masterpiece. Thank you for playing. No, thank you for making the game. There were like little tiny things that we mentioned here and there of like, oh, it would be neat if when you zoomed in on a guy, if you've completely correctly guessed their name and all this stuff, there was a check mark so you didn't have to open the book. Little things like that could have like sped gameplay up a little bit, but it wasn't needed. And the game has some good and cool music to it too. And the stylistic choice of being all in black and white, or to be a slightly different shade of something like green or whatever, right, is also very interesting. And honestly, this whole game was a risk. And I bet you most gamers probably bounce off of it, unless you're an avid puzzle person. probably bounce off it a little bit. And I legitimately wouldn't doubt someone going like, no, it's a neat idea, but I don't care to go through and correctly solve everyone's death. I can see that being a thing as well. So like, yeah, you get through the whole thing the one time, you never go back and re-correct things, you just leave. You see that end scene, and the end scene is probably different if you didn't deduce everything. I don't know how different, I'm not gonna go back and find out, but that is what it is. Anyways, this has been Return of the Obra Dinn. We have completed it. Wonderful game. We will we'll move back to Xenoblade on the next stream. So we'll get back into Xenoblade Chronicles, and then still have Mega Man in the back burner. No, there's a couple things in the back burner. I don't know. We'll see what things look like. One of these days we'll get the YouTube stream going again when the network is good all day. We've been, you know, we've been good all day after the initial, so that's good. We'll get this uploaded to YouTube somehow. I don't know if I have to. I probably have to. I have a recording. I'll probably have to touch the recording up and throw it up there. So it'll be a couple days again. Tomorrow I'm busy, whatnot. But I have to go read my book tonight, because if I don't, I fail my challenge, and I don't want to fail my challenge. So this is it. This is good night, everybody. Hope everyone had a wonderful time, and I hope to see you in the next one. Mark Serrain signing off. Thanks for the links, James. What if I turn off the ending music and turn on the game music? Because it's still just wonderful. And I see that the endings scene is slightly messed up. Thank you again, Astro, for the 20-month Prime subscription. Oh no. There are 2 hidden achievements that I didn't get. What? How did I miss 2 achievements? We did everything in the game. Oh no. By the way, 44.7% of people on Steam who played the game solved the entire book. 23.5% got the first hidden achievement, and then only 6.5% got the second. I'm gonna click to show spoiler, by the way. Ah. Hidden achievement 1, abandon ship. Leave the ship without solving all available chapters. Well, I wasn't gonna do that. And then Captain did it. Loosely true, in the eyes of company and crown. Captain did it. Huh. I wonder what that one means. Maybe if you just don't solve the entire book by the end. I don't know.